Hello and welcome, you amazing person. My name is Rob. I am the Manic Gaming Guy. Today, you're in for a treat because I've got a car so bonkers, so mad, so crazy. You cannot handle it. I guarantee you'll drive this car and poop your little pants. Your wife fronts will not know what was coming when you drive this car. It is out of this world, with a staggering weight of just 550 kilograms or so, and a horsepower outmatches that of 554 brake horsepower or so. You realise you're at a staggering 1,000 brake horsepower per ton with a car that doesn't really need downforce because it's too light for corners. Corners are like, what's this car? I don't know, it's already gone. That's how mad this car is. I hope you are so excited for this car, and hopefully you will get to drive it when I remember to put it on the BeamNG repository. I have made this car in automation, the car company Tycoon, and it's getting an update very soon. It's not far, I promise you. I've been racing around and beating about and tweeting around in the beta, and we've got this bonkers car that looks stunningly beautiful for you guys to have a look at and ponder on, and hopefully one day drive. I am Rob, the Manic Gaming Guy, and this is going to be Automation Tycoon, where we export a car to BeamNG and you guys get to go crazy. Enjoy the video. Right then, now we're in automation, the car company Tycoon game. Let's have a beautiful look at this car. I love this car. I really do. Look at this. Look at it. No one would be upset driving that down the road. It looks cool. Super low. It is tucked in quite a lot, but the reason that is when you turn the wheel, it doesn't clip. So that's the reason for that. Once they introduce the actual problem of physics, where the wheels should not just pivot on the suspension point like this, and we actually have some camber, that'd be nice. Please give us some camber, game. The wheels shouldn't actually turn the way they do turn. They don't normally turn on a point, they turn like on a weird axis. And that's how you're normally able to lower a car so much and still turn the wheel and not clip the bumper. So that'd be lovely when that finally gets added. But apart from that, look at this car. You happy? You ready to drive this one? It's simple detailing, but it's effective detailing. I do like it. The inside, you know, it's still beautiful, but I didn't go as crazy as I can do. All works, by the way. We got working brake. We got working throttle. We got working clutch. We got working steering wheel. We have got working gauges with a speedo and a revo. Yeah, that's what it's... Oh, working handbrake. We got working handbrake as well. So that's beautiful for when you guys eventually get to drive this. I do apologize for my slow upload of my cars, but I do have a family life to try and live, and you know, I'd rather make you content and just order cars, and then I try and do a car binge. I'll upload 5 or 6 cars at a time or something to the repository for you guys to eventually have a go. So do go subscribe to my BeamNG repository. If these sort of cars you see, you want to have a go at eventually, because it will end up on there. Any of the good ones do anyway. Sometimes I make some crazy ones and I'll probably just leave them off there because they're a bit too timid. This one, though, this one's going on there. Eventually, this will be on there because this is nuts. This car is bonkers. And I just realised I've probably been rambling on for 2 minutes or so, just about how cool this car is. Well, we're meant to be talking about the stats and the details. So let's get straight into that, shall we? First of all, car model, I guess. The car design is this thing. It's a 69 model. 1969 sedan, a Mubula, which looks quite, you know, looks quite basic. It does. It's a 2.3 meter wheelbase, so that's, you know, front to back, which is quite important. You got to think, if you've got a long wheelbase, your turning circle won't be as tight, so smaller corners will be harder to take. But bigger circles and the bigger corners, basically when you're driving really fast, will be a lot easier on the axes of the car. So keep that in mind. A 2 meter is very tight. A 3 meter is reasonably big. you know. So anything bigger will give you some understeer, anything smaller will give you oversteer. All important information, which you'll find here at my channel, Manic Gaming Guy. Alright, so panel material, we've gone bonkers on this one by the looks of it. We've gone carbonate fibre, a monocoque, a chassis type. And by the way, the only reason I'm choosing monocoque at the moment is simply... Oh. It's giving me curves. Okay, normally it's flat, so maybe it's had another update. I don't know. The panels are normally flat with the monocoque, and it just gets in the way, because the chassis never fits the body perfectly. Look, there's always some huge gap. Ideally, that line should line up to the... I don't know what the devs are doing, but I'm sure they've got their reasons. It's carbonate fibre, chassis material. Engine placement is front longitude. There you go. Sitting completely in a weird place. Sticking through the firewall, but we ignore that. Double wishbone front suspension, double wishbone rear suspension. Quality is bonkers, as this car is absolutely nuts. Now, you may see 556 brake horsepower. But this car weighs 550 kilograms. So per ton, this car has 1,000.7 horsepower per ton. No, I just made that figure up. It's definitely 1,000 brake horsepower per ton and a little bit, tiny bit more. But I can't do that tiny percentage on top of my head, so you just have to get a calculator if you want the true facts. But yeah, 1,000 brake horsepower per ton is nuts. This car... It's just nuts. Okay, the engine it's got is a V6 aluminium bullet. Now, I didn't choose the magnesium this time because I wanted power limit. If you look in my chart up here somewhere, it says power limit. And it's 397 if you choose magnesium. But if you choose the aluminium bullet, then you're going to be getting a better power limit of 1,266 brake horsepower. Apparently, we can take this engine up to. If we put a turbo on this, because this is a naturally aspirated engine, we might even be looking at some bigger figures for a car that weighs nothing. Do you want to be doing that? Probably not, because you're just going to be turning up the roads with your tyre. You'll have no wheels left. You'll be drifting everywhere. But we do love a bit of grifting, don't we? Which is grip drifting, people, if you need to know. Now, a joy overhead cam 4 valves, aluminium silicon. Quality is all the way up, people. We've gone everything high end on this one. Now, I do normally go through these because sometimes you want a bit more torque. Sometimes, let's see, if I went for this one, I can get a bit more revs, but my torque limit drops right down. And we do need some torque in this car. We don't want to be no torque. But then again, I wonder if I clicked on that. I don't know. Just ignore it. Ignore it. We don't want to be pushing any buttons right now. Cam rods, yeah, this is all high end. We've got bullets still heavy, titanium, and a forge light. Our mount damper has been added, and we just drag it right down. I probably don't even need it. I probably could take it off, but well, I'll leave it on there anyway. As you can see, by the way, the stress is okay. We're in all of our stress limits. Even the... Oh, this should be a -1, but we're not even in -1. But the reliability, I imagine there would be mind about the reliability in these sort of settings. Yeah, if we look at desirability, penalties, low safety, blah, blah, blah. Actually, no, reliability isn't one of them. Reliability factor is 1.32, so we're not far off being rubbish, basically. We can actually get the revs up to 11,500, but then we have troubles probably with torque. So this is your torque. This is your blue line. This is your red line. And obviously you've got piston, cam rods, and crank. We can get... Oh, okay. We can get the torque up ridiculously. The lowest torque we can get up to is 1253. And the lowest revs we can get up to is 11,500. And it's all about the pistons. So this engine is ready to go. What the... I suppose it is all high-end light. And the compression can apparently go up. So this engine's got a lot more to give, apparently. A lot more to give. But we'll ignore that. The engine is what it is. Naturally aspirated. It's on ethanol fuel. It's on ethanol. It's still only mental. I'm being blown away by my own bloody creations. What's going on here? Direct injection per cylinder. Race manifold. Blah, blah, blah. That's all good. Tubular race headers. That's important. Dual exhaust. We love a bit of dual exhaust. They sound brum brum. Bypass of valves. Exhaust. 63. We've gone for a high flow freeway. Straight through and baffled on the exhaust. And that's it. That's all you need to know about the exhaust. I probably rambled on too much about that, to tell you the truth. But that's all you need to know. Pause the screen now if you want to define top end stats about the whole engine. I tend to blank over this. As long as my throttle responsiveness is 100 or more, I'm happy. I tend to keep going on. Oh, it's just a beautiful car. Such a beautiful car that is ridiculously nuts in the corners. We've got this beautiful bluey paint job. Downforce, I think, might just be 2. 2 on the front, 2 on the back. Yeah, got a spoiler there, and we got a wing, which I really like the outcome of that. I know it looks a bit crazy, but I think that's what wings and spoilers should look like. Just over the top bonkersness, but that sort of tied in, fits in. But yeah, So double downforce on front and back. There is a bit of a glitch, by the way, which hopefully the devs will fix at the moment. The cars keep rolling over. And if you get the warning that the car's going to roll over, you can't take it back off, no matter what I seem to do to my wheels. So yeah, be warned, if you go into the new radial race tires in the beta, be warned, they're dangerous. They will probably break the car and break the physics of the car, and you have to restart again like I had to with some other cars. I'm running semi-slicks on this one, radial. 2 15s on the front and 2 3.5s on the back. They look pretty standard, pretty about the right size. I just feel like these can come out a bit wider. To me, like the body, just the shapes of the bodies. I need to get Blender. When I get the new PC, when we get Blender, it'd be nice to try and get some more realistic body shapes. Like these are, no, they're spot on, but they're not spot on. There's just some bits that just don't make sense with like proportionates. If you're looking at cars and stuff, you know, there'd be no harm in this car having, you know, almost 300s on it wheel width, but it would just look silly if it did that. Anyway, magnesium rims. We're on 16s, which is quite small, but it seems to be doing the trick in this job. 45s, 50s on the front. Ceramic disc all round, pretty good. Erase diffuser, no active wing. 2 seats, race, no entertainment. Rack and pin, I did that mainly for the lightness, and it is pretty, helps with the force feedback on the wheel. I run a T300 Thrustmaster, Eden version, RS Eden version. Traction aids have been added, no safety, I took that off, and the idea of this car was just utter stats and lightness, and that's how we got a ridiculous car that you'll see shortly. Springs active. Yeah, we put the race stats on. I didn't show you these sort of things today. So what's important? Aero. There's the brake. The brakes are a bit heavy. Apparently I need to take them a bit back, but leave them as they are. Interior, don't care about that. Suspensions, 99.9. Sportiness, we're doing 1.29 Gs in a 20-meter circle. And we're doing 1.84 Gs in a 200-meter circle. See how we're doing better G average in the bigger corners than we are the smaller corners. I'm not sure what's causing that, but I'm not. It's fine. The car still works. I think it might be because of the fact that if you go any faster and get more Gs, you'll just roll the car over, as you'll see in a video when I first pull off later on shortly. 110 sportiness there. Right then, statistics. Right, market. Not really too bothered. Performance. 2.16 seconds to 0 to 62 kilometers miles per hour. That's fast. That's ridiculously fast. That's almost breaking Tesla fast. You know, Tesla, you got nothing on this car with your batteries. Just the fact the safety is nothing on this car. We ignore that. A quarter mile will be done under 9 seconds. I'll let that settle in. This does the quarter mile. It's a 9-second car. Everyone talks about the 10-second car. This is a 9. I think they'd say it's an 8-second car. They ignore the fact that it says 0.89 afterwards. That's an 8-second car down a quarter mile. That's rapid. A quarter mile is 1 kilometer is done in 15.86 seconds. It'll take like. So what's that then around the world? It's like 1 minute 50 seconds just to get around a quarter of the world, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, it's mental. It weighs 536 kilograms and it has 554 brake horsepower. So power to weight distribution over 1,000 brake horsepower. That should be a stat in the game. The devs, put that as a stat. We want to know power to ton distribution, whatever the word would be. There you go. Pause that if you need it. Weight distribution is 59% in the front. That's pretty important to me. But the downforce is more on the rear to try and equal that out. Head support probably does better in the rear, in the big corners, in the small corners. Drivability, no one cares about that. Sportiness, we're doing okay. We've got a bit of brake problems, but you gotta get that. You get light cars, you can't put brakes on because the brakes will just lock up. That's the thing. You're gonna get brake fade with these tiny light cars. The gearing is almost 100% sportiness, but we ignore that because that's just weird and dodgy to try and sort out. Grip, minus 2.3 isn't actually that bad. The amount of cars that I make that have minus 17 grip is shocking. So yeah, not too bad. We've done well on those stats. Testing around the test track. It'd be nice to see 130 something, but I'm pretty sure we're in the 140 something, 144 I'm gonna say. There you go, a 144.47 around the automation test track. Right, we're happy days now. We're just, you know, we got warnings, but that happens when you're not building the game for the game. You're building a car for the game even. You build a car for a different game. You get these warnings, you tend to ignore them if you're experienced enough to know what's actually going on. Pause the screen if there's any stats that you wish to look at. There's a lot, so I'm not going to try and go through them all, but some of you people will be like, that's impressive. And you might be looking at something I don't even pay attention to. I wouldn't be shocked. What we do now is export the car to BeamNG. Well, we're going to have a right razzle around my UK themed map. So enjoy. Well, hello there. Hopefully you enjoyed the crazy stats of this car and a bit of rambling on from me. We're now going to jump over into a short clip I've made of me bombing this car around BeamNG. Now, keep in mind, this isn't a regular map that you normally see. This is one that I am working on myself. It's going to be UK themed. It's going to be out there for you guys for free. So please hit that like and subscribe button to help me keep making this map, because it is taking about probably about 9 months so far to get the map to where it is, and I think it's probably gotten another 9 months into it. I'm going to start a Patreon where you guys can find this map and download it, and also download all the rest of my cars that I forget to put a little bit up on the story. Because one day I'm going to create an empire of fun mods for you guys as the muck about in, which I will also make content of me mucking about in, and you guys just enjoy. Anyway, let's jump into BeamNG because I've rambled on enough for you, and we're going to watch me muck about. We got some traffic, and we got no traction aids, we got no steering aids, we got nothing to help us keep this car on the road apart from mechanical grip and our will to put our foot down like a lunatic. Enjoy the video. I'll see you at Okay, there we have it. There's automation where I built the car and show you how I got to the crazy point of awesomeness. And then we put it into BeamNG where you got to see me buzz around like awesomeness. Hope you liked the video. If you do, feel free to hit that like button. It will really help my algorithms. Apart from that, maybe pop over to the BeamNG repository and give some of my goes a go. My go. My cars a go. I can't believe I've got those two words to put straight around. Anyway, give those cars a go and let me know with the, it's a star system. If it's a 5-star, hit that 5-star. Hit the 5-star. And yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I've been the Manic Gaming Guy. I want you to keep it real, stay safe, and share that love. Bye-bye.